Hey everybody, it's one Crazy Fox 1, and after months of planning and waiting, it's finally time. I am ready to finally welcome you guys back to Hinamizawa. So, veterans of the channel will know that I originally played this game about 7.5 years ago. It's been a long time. And while I do feel like my original Let's Play shouldn't go anywhere on YouTube, I still will keep it up even though I'm starting the game over. I do feel like I got a lot of things wrong, or at least I wasn't as good as I was back then. For one, I mispronounced names a lot, and even though people in the comments tried to help me, I was very dismissive of it, and I apologize for how I acted back then. For two, well, my audio, even though it's better now, back then was just the game coming out of the speakers and picking up on my headset. So everything was one mic. It was a complete mess. And then finally, you know, my commentary, it's not what it is now. I was very shy back then. I'm more expressive now, and I really wanted to give this game the proper Let's Play that it deserved. And what better time than my 10-year anniversary and the release of Higurashi When They Cry How on Steam by the Manga Gamers crew, which are the localization people who handle the 07th expansion. I do want to go over some of the differences between my original Let's Play and this Let's Play. Namely, some of the differences Manga Gamers changed in the original Let's Play, because a lot of things were left in touch when they came over in this game compared to last game, but that's semantics. Let's go ahead and start the game. And I'm going to be doing these games in episodic order, obviously, and each individual chapter is going to have its own playlist. So this will be the Onakakashi playlist, next playlist will be that playlist, so on and so forth. However, the videos themselves are just going to be named in sequential order, much like Yumeneko When They Cry. But enough of that. Welcome to the world of Higurashi When They Cry. Let's get started. Please do not lament. I will forgive you even if the world will not forgive you. Please do not lament. I will forgive you even if you will not forgive the world. So please, tell me, what will it take for you to forgive me? Frederica Birkenstell. If I was going to be ripped apart anyways, having my body ripped apart would have been far better. I trusted her. No, I still trust her. Even in this very moment I trust her. But I'm starting to realize I only wanted to trust her because I refused to accept the truth. It was as if I was trying to convince myself in such a silly, sobbing voice, and those tears making a mess of my face. That mechanical, repetitious sound finally stilled, and everything fell silent. Only the cry of the cicadas remained, annoyingly loud, and yet I felt as if I could still hear her voice. But that's not possible. She's no longer speaking. The only one crying is me. She never cried. Even when she repeated those words over and over, she never expressed any emotion because there was none to show. If she had no tears to shed for me, then I shouldn't need to shed any for her. Then why? This pain, my eyes getting moist, why was this happening? I still wanted to believe I hadn't been split apart. That's enough, right? Inside me, an inner voice whispered gently. My spirit had suffered enough, and countless times I wavered over whether I should just throw the battered thing away, except I stubbornly refused to do that, haven't I? I'd feel better if I just threw it away. Even knowing that, I chose to believe, didn't I? I can only understand that painful struggle, and I appreciate it. Hey, me. I've tried more than enough. I'll acknowledge that much. So, isn't it alright to just take the easy way out? Besides, I'm not throwing it away. I'm leaving it behind with her, like flowers by a grave. Now then, calm your nerves. Even though you can't feel your right arm, just lift it up. And with every swing, forget a little more. That kindness made me happy. That adorable smile brought me joy. I liked petting your head. I loved how demure you were. Because this will be the last time. Because when I swing this down, I'll forget. This is my first and last bouquet for you. Perhaps I really did love you. Well, what a way to start this adventure off. Yeah, the visual novel, the whole 07th expansion, everything just started with that. It's an interesting start. Whether that had any importance, we'll talk about that later. Technically, it wasn't supposed to be like that. There is a episode 0 in the HAL version of this game. Not this version of HAL, but the Japanese version of HAL, where it talks about the Hinamizawa bus stop. The Hinamizawa bus stop was Chapter 0, and I do plan on playing that at some point, but for now, this was the official beginning of the 07th expansion. I do gotta say, I am enjoying this game so far, and from what I played of this game, it really is just like it was long ago. And we're going to be getting into a lot of the things about this game. Some things good, some things bad, some things I'm indifferent about, but for the most part, it is what it is. Now, I do want to go over some of the controls of this game. Basic visual novel style, press the click button, like left click in order to continue the text, right click in order to get to the menu. Control actually speed past all of the text, which I'm not going to do. There is also, I believe, the back button, which I have modded to my controller as being square. It will tell you the text log. Now, the actual menu itself, we have save and load, which let's just go to that. And eat your heart out, Yumineko, when they cry. We have 10 folders, each folder having 5 different slots, plus 3 different quick saves. Yeah, eat your heart out, Yumineko, when they cry. In addition to that, we also have the config. Config will let us, mess with some of the speed if we want to. Some people do like things a little bit faster. Some people are a slow reader. Allow skip unread text. You can decide whether or not you can or cannot skip unread text. Right-click functionality, show menu, hide window. What does that mean? That means nothing to me. Oh. Let me just go ahead and, yeah, no, we're gonna do that. And then you may notice the character sprites. You can update the original, or you can go back to the original. And you can also switch between subtitles, and you have your choice in which version you want to, what size you want to play this game. It's very user-friendly, unlike the original versions of this game. The original versions didn't have too much, if I remember. I do have the original version, so if I do need to go back to them to showcase something, I will. But for the most part, all the Let's Play will be taking place in this individual location. Individual application, game, whatever. For now, we're talking about this girl who's been apologizing for so long, but no one will forgive her. So, to the one who's apologizing, the one she's apologizing to, this person needs to go ahead and forgive her. Heiichi, we are almost there. So, we at least know the first name of our character, Heiichi. We're going to be going over the characters' names later on when we introduce them formally. Now, because this is a replay of my previous LP, I went ahead and decided that it would probably be better to just have certain images on the side to stylize the background, because otherwise it'd be just darkness on the sides of the screen. I went ahead and populated it with some characters, and even though it's a sprite we're not going to be seeing for a long time, I did populate it with both a character we'll be seeing later and our main protagonist. The guy that you see on the side is actually what we look like. But for now, we live here in Hinamizawa. Okay, I was waiting for the music. I was like, man, I thought there was music right here. But I guess not. Anyways, that was uncomfortable. It wouldn't be my Let's Play without some sort of mess up. So, we are playing as Heiichi. Our dad has a rather unconventional job as a painter. As for our mother, well, I actually don't know what Heiichi's mom does. Mom laid out breakfast. Okay, is the mother unemployed? Wait. Okay, veterans of Higurashi. Is the mom unemployed? Because I don't ever remember them talking about the mother's job, just the father's job. It is something. Ah, man, raw eggs. Okay, I don't know about raw eggs. I like certain things raw, vegetables, some of them. I don't like pickled vegetables, I like raw vegetables. I like seaweed, but raw egg, I just, no. Unlike my dad, who didn't even know the meaning of the word schedule, my mom never squandered any time or effort. Oh, that's good. If I don't wake up early, I won't have time to eat breakfast. Yeah. I wish I had that luxury, too. I wake up in the middle of the night. Sometimes I just don't get through my alarm, so it's like, well... I do love how they do talk about food in this game, because I do actually like... I do like cooking, so I am interested in some of the commentary, but they really just talk about food and the texture and taste, and it is something. I kind of accidentally pressed the right-click button. So we are, from what the commentary is, so far I could say that we're a teenager. You could obviously see the side of the screen and judge by yourself. It's about time we met up with Rena-chan. mom seemed to really enjoy the fact that her son was going to school with a girl. Oh boy. You know, considering the fact that it's a girl that's just waiting for you, please don't be as incompetent as the last protagonist we had. That's all I'm asking for. Please have a little bit more competence than the last guy. I'm begging you, actually. Like, for crying out loud, please. So, now with our sprites here, I did want to go over something. One of the things that I don't actually like about this is, you may notice the background. It's a, we'll call it a oil paint, well, watercolored background. It has a weird filter thing going on. Those are actual real pictures that I think 07, or at least someone he hired took pictures of in the real-life Shirakawa, which is, well, a real place you can visit, and it basically is Hinamizawa. And he did blur up the pictures and everything, and it did turn out to be a nice look. The problem is with the new sprites, they stick out like a sore thumb. If you want to know what I mean, let's go over to the config menu, and let's just take a look at the original sprites. Now, with the original sprites, with the original sprites, they kind of worked well with the background. The background was a little bit weird, and the sprites kind of complemented that. But now with these new sprites going on, which I'm going to go back to because that's the reason why I'm playing this game, is it just me, or do they kind of stick out like a sore thumb? I don't know. Something about these sprites just seem a little bit, like, I don't know. It's like they're sticking out like a sore thumb. It's unsettling. Like, not unsettling in a weird way, just like, this doesn't match. It's like very high professional work with weird stylized JPEG-y background. I'd wait forever until you came, Rena, no matter how long. And that is the quote of the day. Have you ever read a romance novel? Oh, this guy is a player. This guy. Not too salty. Salt is the flavor of my people. All it is salt. In fact, this whole channel can just be renamed to Salt Productions, but I'm pretty sure someone's already taken the name Salt on YouTube. Man, this guy is just teasing this girl. Holy crap. Depending on who made them, my opinion of them might change drastically. Oh my gosh. This guy right here, I swear. At least he understands that guys like him are just the worst. But hey, all I'm asking is that you're not incompetent. This just makes me smile. I love these little moments. I pray that Rena never gets taken advantage of by some lowlife. man. The strange, easily flustered girl is ReReading. ReReading is an interesting character in the 07th expansion. Her name is a very close name to the Japanese word for 7. Did they change the music? This is not the music that I remember in my test video that I made. They changed the music. Okay, well, I didn't know they changed the music. I don't know how to feel about this, but we'll trek on through and, I guess it's not the original music anymore. It's Manga Gamer's new music? I don't know. This is weird. This is super weird. I was expecting a different soundtrack altogether. Now I'm just completely thrown off. This is Mion Sonozaki, our next classmate. Anyways, Ren is an interesting character in the 07th expansion. Her name is close to the word 7. She's sort of a mascot of the entire 07th expansion. And Mion's just a jerk. But I think that does it for this episode. We're gonna continue on with this new music in the next episode. So until then, guys, my name's OneCrazyFox1. Thanks for watching.